All right.
Okay, John, I know something about you, and that is that you are a foodie. You went to this Concord Food Festival last Sunday afternoon.
It was a hit.
So
really
what's the strangest thing, or I don't know, strangest thing you've ever eaten?
I think maybe the strangest thing I ever had to eat was, I would have to say, like chopped up grilled intestines. Yeah, like on a shish kebab with vegetables.
Well,
just to see to look at the diverticuli.
Oh yeah.
You know what diverticuli are?
Is that some sort of disease?
It's the little fingers that move the food along your intestines. So to go and look at the diverticuli as you eat, that was probably the most interesting. But it was very good.
Oh wow!
It had a nice grilled taste.
Now, what country do they call it intestines? Is that Portuguese, or is that just a more accurate pronunciation of it?
That's just the way I've learned it. Intestines.
How do we start talking about intestines? We're supposed to be doing the sermon right now.
We better get to the sermon for this Sunday.
But you are a foodie, and you do have a very, very refined palate.
I enjoy food.
Which is impressive.
All the different foods of the world. So, anyway. So, this Sunday.
Yes, this Sunday. We're looking at the Apostle John.
Yeah. Paul was good. It was a good, the Road to Damascus.
Paul on the Road to Damascus.
I really, really enjoyed that message. I love the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
John it's kind of a bittersweet Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the second to the last.
Yeah,
but
coming down to the end.
This is the last encounter.
That's right. Last encounter that we're going to be looking at.
Yeah.
And in this encounter...
Still bitter you didn't do Elisha. That's okay.
No,
Sorry about that. We'll probably never, ever again.
Never will
in the history of Trinity do Encounter with God series. I wouldn't imagine.
I don't think we'll do it again.
Yeah, it's just a once in a lifetime.
One and done.
It's okay.
But yeah, with John, so the thing that this encounter centers on is fear. Because the words of Jesus
really
to John...
Really good topic.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
We all experience it.
Yeah.
It's a universal emotion. Because the words of Jesus to John, after he has this vision of the risen Christ in all his glory, John falls at his feet like a dead man.
Yeah. And
Jesus puts his right hand on John and says, "John, fear not." And that's totally in line with other things that Jesus has said while he was during his earthly ministry. You think about the disciples in the boat when Jesus walks on the water past them. They scream out, they're terrified.
Yeah.
And he says, "Don't be afraid.
Yep.
It's me." And we see him saying the same thing here in this encounter. And the thing that caused John's fear was this very vision of Christ. It was the same sort of thing that Isaiah experienced when he said, "Woe is me, for I am undone." He realized his sinfulness in the presence of a holy God. It was the same thing that Peter experienced when he realized Jesus' love for him, that pure love. It was the same thing that Paul experienced on the road to Damascus when he says, "Who are you, Lord?" And the response is, "I am Jesus whom you are persecuting." John feels the same thing. It's that fear of being utterly torn apart, utterly undone in the presence of a holy God. And so the question that we need to wrestle with is, how does God encounter us in our fears on a variety of levels? And we fear so many kinds of things, particularly fear of death, but also the fear of shame.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two areas.
Yeah.
Very particularly, yeah.
And they're so deeply connected because there's something humiliating about death itself. There's something humbling about coming to grips with our mortality, our weakness.
Yes.
But then there's also something deathly about shame and guilt, because it's the death of relationships, it's the death of prestige, of the respect we want. And so
a reputation,
we value that so much.
We do, yeah.
And the question then is, okay, how can he say to John, "Fear not"?
Yeah.
And that's when he backs that command with a statement about who he is. He says, "Fear not." He says, "I am the one who I live." He says, "I'm the beginning and the end, but I'm the one who died."
Yes.
And yet I live. Like he is the resurrection and the life. So Jesus faced the fears that we face, death and shame. You think about what happened when he died on the cross. He said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" There is ultimate separation and rejection. And because of that, Jesus can be the one that reaches out to us and says, "Fear not. I have overcome your greatest fears."
Amen. Yeah, so this passage is so rich in imagery.
It is.
Of God, the white hair, the flaming sword, the power of God in this is amazing through the Son of Man, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So as we come to worship this Sunday, what's our prayer as we are praying for our people, and what are we looking at this Sunday?
Yeah, what we're praying that our people would come to see and realize, and that we ourselves, as we just soak our minds and hearts in this, is that we would see in Jesus the one who can conquer our greatest fears.
Amen.
He's the only one who can,
Right.
because he is the only one who overcomes sin and death, something that we could never do. So that's what we're praying, that instead of running from Christ, that we'd run to Christ.
Amen.
As the
Amen.
one who can conquer our fears.
Amen. Thanks a lot, John.
Oh, yeah.
Look forward to this second to last encounter with God.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen.